We were already fired up just in the commercial break about this. You and Ursula talked to Seattle City Council member Sarah Nelson yesterday on the show. And look, this came after the City Council voted on Tuesday to reject this bill that would have given our city attorney the authority to prosecute low-level drug possession and public drug use cases, which basically leaves us back where we've been with no plan and just the same old, same old. Did Councilmember Nelson have a plan for where we go from here?
Outside of we need more treatment? No. And no one really has a plan, because for all of those out there that says, okay, well, just have the treatment, well, you need funding for the treatment, right? And that's not right there yet. Here's the part that, I want to say this first. Do we have a problem? Yes.
Yeah.
It doesn't take rocket science to know that we have a problem.
Yes.
But my question is this, and I just want to know, it's like when things happen to us in our lives, sometimes the best way to figure things out is to figure out, how did we get here?
Yeah.
How did we get here to where it's so bad? And the problem that we see downtown Seattle, or we see with those some that are unhoused that are doing drugs, how did we get there? Well, let me simplify it. Because of a 50-year war on drugs, that was not really a war on drugs. It was a war on people.
Yeah.
Because if it was a war on drugs, we would have treatment centers everywhere. In 2023, Travis and Heather, we are still saying things like, we need more treatment.
Yeah.
Huh? How is that possible if we were doing the right things? One next thing I want to say, here's another, how did we get here? We often talk about the drug users that we see. And let me say this, I don't think any of us want our kids and or our loved ones to go outside and see anyone shooting up any heroin or drugs. That's it. At least I don't.
Nope.
Okay,
Nope.
I want to be clear.
Yep.
I don't want to see that.
Same. Nope.
I don't want to see
Nope.
that. But if we're going to really get to the bottom of these things, then we need to tell the truth about it, because the drug users in our society aren't just the ones you see outside. As a matter of fact, most of the drug users in our society we don't see. So when you start talking about lock them up, this is why we had a problem in this country with disproportionate incarceration rates for people of color and people who are lower income. So again, if I had a fix to this, I wouldn't be doing radio for a living, right?
Yeah.
So I'll admit I don't have the answers, but I'm going to also admit there has been years and years of inaction that has gotten us here today. And on my Northwest, I write an article, and I asked a question. This is kind of random here, but why does alcohol have such good PR? I've asked that question. You know, for an example, if the three of us, Travis, you, Heather, and myself, the three of us all go to a party together. And we go to the party, and everybody's got some red cups and handing out and everything. And then Heather says, sorry, I don't drink. Everybody's looking at Heather as like, what's wrong with her, right? How did we get here to where alcohol, which has so many deaths per year, gets the good publicity, while drugs, right, gets a bad rap, which I agree that both. Too much of anything can be a bad thing. I didn't mean to go too far on that, but I just wanted to say that the reason why we're having such a problem with our drug crisis, but matter of fact, Heather, is drug classes, is that a curriculum in school?
Right now, I don't know.
No, it's not.
I did not know.
It's not.
I had drug classes when I went to school, but I don't know if that's what's done now.
I had the DARE program show up at my school and then tell us, and then Nancy Reagan and them tell us, just say no.
I was in the Just Say No club.
Right?
I mean, I'm sorry.
There's a lot of things they told us to say no to.
Right.
How'd that work?
We need to see some action.
We
They're
do.
really, and leaders need to step in here. And it really is disappointing to hear council members say, we voted no on something, but we don't have another alternative.
What frustrates me is we need to go back and study. Well, we need to table this. Well, we need to. How long have we been dealing with this? How many studies do we have out there about the homeless crisis? How many studies do we have out there about drugs and alcohol?
You always got to look for the light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm going to say the light at the end of the tunnel is I think that there is more talk about treatment today
yes.
than there ever was.
That's true.
So on the other side of trauma and heartache is success.
I hope that's where we're headed. G. Scott, thank you very much. Starts at 9 a.m. here on Cairo News Radio.